fire in the summer, burning bright without a plan. Two hearts trying to outrun everything we didn't understand. You held me like a promise, I loved you like a prayer. But promises turn hollow when the weight's too much to bear. I thought we'd last through every storm, but even strong hearts get tired. We tried to fix what kept on breaking, but love can't breathe without desire. So here's to a love that didn't survive. We tried to keep it living, but it slowly lost its life. We held on till the hurt and made it too hard to stay alive. Yeah, this is a story of a love that didn't survive. We kept dancing in the ruins, calling hope by different names. You said maybe we can make it, but maybe never stay. I reached for you in moments where you'd already let go. Funny how you can lose someone before they even know. We stitched our hearts 1,000 times, but healing don't work on goodbye. We were fading, slowly fading, till we barely recognized our lives. So here's to a love that didn't survive. We tried to keep it living, but it slowly lost its life. We held on till the hurt and made it too hard to stay alive. Yeah, this is the story of a love that didn't survive. But in this world where we were fragile, breaking piece by piece in time, loving you was beautiful, even if it never crossed the finish line. Here's to a love that didn't survive. No scars were meant to blame, no hearts meant to divide. We loved the best we knew how, till the fire lost its fire. Guess every story doesn't end with two hearts intertwined. Some are just memories of a love that didn't survive. I'll remember what was tender, let the rest drift out of sight. A quiet goodbye to a love that didn't survive. I've been trying to stitch the pieces of a heart you left undone. You took the light out of my mornings. Now I'm waking without sun. I still reach for you at midnight. out of habit, out of pain. But the space beside me answers every time I speak your name. I know I should walk away, but love don't listen when it's hurting. My chest is cracked wide open, yet it still beats for you like it's certain. I'm broken but still loving you, holding on when I should let go. My heart keeps running back to you, even though it's moving slow. You left me in the ruins, but something in me keeps believing. Yeah, I'm shattered, bruised and barely breathing. I'm broken but still loving you. You moved on like it was nothing, like I never meant a thing. But I'm here replaying moments like old records that still sting. Every memory cuts like glass, but I hold it anyway. 'Cause losing you feels heavier than all this heartbreak weight. I tell myself I'll find the strength, but healing don't come easy. You were my home, my everything. Now your absence lives inside me. I'm broken but still loving, holding on when I should let go. My heart keeps running back to you, even though it's moving slow. You left me in the ruins, but something in me keeps believing. Yeah, I'm shattered, bruised and barely breathing. Broken but still loving you. Maybe someday I'll forgive myself for loving you with too much fire. Maybe one day I'll stop hoping you'll come back with desire. But tonight I'm stuck between what I feel and what I've learned. You can make someone love when that love will never return. I'm broken but still loving, even though you're long gone. My soul keeps writing love songs to a heart that's moved on. I'm picking up the pieces, but I'm not strong enough to leave this. Still aching, still hoping, still believing. Broken but still loving you. One day I'll stop waiting, but tonight it's still true. I'm broken but still loving you. Grandfather clock stopped ticking the day you walked away. Now time is just a marker for the quiet that you made. It used to be good morning and the coffee machines hum. Now there's just an echo, and my fingers feeling numb. I trace the lines of photographs, the ones still on the shelf, realizing that the loudest sound is just my lonely self. Oh, the silence you left is a thunder in my ears, a symphony of everything we built across the years. Every empty chair, every unsung lullaby, it screams of all the reasons that you said we had to try. It's heavy, it's final, it's a hollow in my chest, the loudest noise on earth is now the quiet you left. The phone sits on the counter, its screen a pitch black slate, no light, no buzz, just the heavy weight of fate. I used to dread the ringing when I knew I'd stayed out late. Now I just dread the stillness of our empty, open gate. The world outside keeps spinning, people laughing in the street. They don't know the volume of this crushing, mute defeat. Oh, the silence you left is a thunder in my ears, a symphony of everything we built across the years. Every empty chair, every unsung lullaby, it screams of all the reasons that you said we had to try. It's heavy, it's final, it's a hollow in my chest, the loudest noise on earth is now the quiet you left. I trade 1,000 storms for the soft sound of your breath. I'd welcome any chaos over this slow emotional door. This isn't peace, this isn't form, this is just a void, a masterpiece of happiness that's now been dashboard, city lights are bleeding gold. Your goodbye still echoes softly in the places we used to go. Windows down in the silence, heartbeats hidden like a drum. Trying not to lose myself in the person you've become. I'm driving through the memories, every street we used to claim. You moved on without a warning, left me burning in the rain. So I drive slow, 'cause the pain is harder when I run. Feel the weight of all the heartbreak crawling underneath my lungs. I'm a lost soul with a love that came undone. In this empty midnight moment, I feel old but I'm still young. Yeah, I drive slow, but the way you left me made my spirit die young. The rear view shows a stranger where your smile used to shine. Handshake on the wheel, like your goodbye rewired mine. Every song on the radio feels like it knows what you've done. I'm stuck inside the wreckage of a love that came undone. I'm not chasing some disaster, I'm just trying to breathe again. But the road feels like a mirror of the places you've been. So I drive slow, 'cause the pain is harder when I run. Feel the weight of all the heartbreak crawling underneath my lungs. I'm a lost soul with a love that came undone. In this empty midnight moment, I feel old but I'm still young. Yeah, I drive slow, but the way you left me made my spirit die young. You said forever like a whisper, then vanished in the wind. I'm gripping on the visions of who we might have been, but broken hearts don't last forever, and neither does the ache. I'll drive slow through all this pain till my soul begins to wake. So I'll drive slow, let the night air fill my lungs. I'll outgrow the hurt you gave me, even if I'm feeling numb. I'm a bruised soul, finding strength to overcome in the quiet earth. Nightfall on my dashboard, city lights are bleeding gold. Your goodbye still echoes softly in the places we used to go. Windows down in the silence, heartbeats hidden like a drum. Trying not to lose myself in the person you've become. I'm driving through the memories, every street we used to claim. You moved on without a warning, left me burning in the rain. So I drive slow, 'cause the pain is harder when I run. Feel the weight of all the heartbreak crawling underneath my lungs. I'm a lost soul with a love that came undone. In this empty midnight moment, I feel old but I'm still young. Yeah, I drive slow, but the way you left me made my spirit die young. The rear view shows a stranger where your smile used to shine. Handshake on the wheel, like your goodbye rewired mine. Every song on the radio feels feels like it knows what you've done. I'm stuck inside the wreckage of a love that came undone. I'm not chasing some disaster, I'm just trying to breathe again. But the road feels like a mirror of the places you've been. So I drive slow, 'cause the pain is harder when I run. Feel the weight of all the heartbreak crawling underneath my lungs. I'm a lost soul with a love that came undone. In this empty midnight moment, I feel old but I'm still young. Yeah, I drive slow, but the way you left me made my spirit die young. You said forever like a whisper, then vanished in the wind. I'm gripping on the visions of who we might have been. But broken hearts don't last forever, and neither does the ache. I'll drive slow through all this pain till my soul begins to wake. So I drive slow, let the night air fill my lungs. I'll outgrow the hurt you gave me, even if I'm feeling numb. I'm a bruised soul, finding strength to overcome. In the quiet of this highway, I'll rise with the morning sun. Yeah, I drive slow, but I won't let this love make me die young. Headlights fading into sunrise, one more chapter finally done. Drive slow, live long, I'll heal from what you've become. We were a fire burning slow, now I'm staring at the smoke. You left your hoodie on the chair, still smells like you, but you're not there. I trace your name in the dust on the window pane, trying to breathe but your ghost still says my name. Every song that hits my phone just cuts too deep. I'm drowning in the silence that you chose to keep. I gave you all my nights, you gave me half your truth. You said you needed space but never said you needed proof. And now I'm stuck replaying moments bittersweet. Wish I could skip the part where you forget about me, 'cause it's heartbreak on repeat. Another tear, another night I can't sleep. You walk away but the pain stays on its feet. I keep falling, 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 and you don't even see it. It's heartbreak on repeat, and I can't find a way to let your memory leave. Every beat of my chest keeps reminding me it's heartbreak, heartbreak, repeat. I try to heal but the wound keeps bleeding. Your goodbye hit harder than the love I'm needing. Every promise that we made still hangs in the air, like a picture frame that's shattered, but I still keep it there. I tell my friends I'm fine, but I'm losing the fight, 'cause your shadow crawls back every time I turn out the light. You were my calm, now you're the storm I can't defeat. A melody of pain, no more relief. I gave you all my heart, you left it incomplete. You moved on to someone new, I'm stuck in last week. And every memory hits like broken concrete. I'm buried underneath what we couldn't be. It's heartbreak on repeat. Another tear, another night I can't sleep. One day I wake up and forget your face. Forget the way you held me like I was your safe space. But right now every whisper feels like a cut too deep, and loving you is the wound that I still keep. Tell me how to break the cycle when the pain's the only song I know. When your silence is a rhythm I can't let go. It's heartbreak on repeat. I'm stuck in a loop you left for me. Try to move on but your shadow won't retreat. It's heartbreak. I keep falling, 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 but you're already free. So I whisper to the night, but you never hear from me. It's heartbreak, heartbreak on repeat. I kept the messages you sent, read them back until they bent. Every word felt like a promise you forgot to keep. You said forever like it meant something, but forever don't mean much when you're running. I held on, you held the door open for someone new. I tried to heal in the quiet, but the quiet only screams your name. I'm stuck living in a story where you never felt the same. I broke while you moved on. You found the sunlight right after the dawn. I'm still searching for the pieces of the love you withdrew, still bleeding from the scars you never worked through. You let go easy, like nothing was wrong. Yeah, bro, while you moved on. I saw your picture with somebody new. You look happier than you ever looked with me, it's true. Guess I was just a detour on your way to something real. I held the weight of us alone. You dropped it quick like it was stone. You moved on fast, I'm still stuck in the slow motion crash. I wish I knew how to rewrite all the nights you never met, 'cause loving you was a storm, and I'm still drowning in the remnants. I broke while you moved on. You found the sunlight right after the dawn. I'm still searching for the pieces of the love you One day maybe I'll forget you, but tonight the hurt is strong. You hear I broke, you moved on. Felt you slipping in the silence, little things you didn't say. You stopped reaching for my hand, like your heart was far away. I tried to hold on to the moments, but they faded one by one. Loving you turned into watching everything come undone. I kept pretending we were fine, but every truth begins to show. You were learning how to leave, while I was learning how to hope. I lost you slowly, not in one big goodbye. You drifted gently out of reach, like daylight leaving the sky. You didn't break my heart at once, you let it bleed in over time. Yeah, I lost you slowly, long before you left my life. You started sleeping on the edges, your laughter never reached your eyes. You kissed me like a memory, like you'd already said goodbye. I begged the universe to hold you, but some things aren't meant to stay. You were gone in every moment, even when you chose to stay. I held the pieces of a love you no longer kept alive. You were fading little by little, till there was nothing left to find. I lost you slowly, not in one big goodbye. You drifted gently out of reach, like daylight leaving the sky. You didn't break my heart at once, you let it bleed over time. Yeah, I lost you slowly, long before you left my life. Maybe time just took its toll. Maybe we were meant to break in ways we couldn't control. But I wish you'd left me quickly, not piece by piece each night. 'Cause losing you so slowly was the longest kind of goodbye. I lost you slowly, like a whisper turning thin. I kept reaching out for something you were done believing in. You didn't walk away one day, you left a minute after minute in your mind. And that's the cruelest truth. I lost you slowly, long before you said goodbye. I still search for what we had, but it's buried in the past. I lost you slow and quiet, and slow goodbyes always last. I kept the pieces of us safe, held them close like sacred space. You were the only one I trusted with my breaking parts. I poured my whole world into your hands. You let it slip like grains of sand. I guess I cared too heavy, and you cared just enough to leave. I thought loving hard would make you stay, but loving you just pushed you farther away. Now I'm here replaying every touch, wondering why I loved you so much. 'Cause I loved you too much, more than my heart could ever take, more than you could ever hold. I gave you my forever. You gave me half a soul. You walked away easy, left me undone. Guess I broke my own heart, loving you like you were the one. Yeah, I loved you too much, and you didn't love me enough. You always said I felt too deep, like drowning in a dream you couldn't keep. But I just wanted us to be something real. You kept your heart behind a wall. Mine was open, yours was small. You wanted something simple, I wanted something true. I gave you every song I had in me. You left me singing to a memory. Guess I was asking for too many of your truths, when all you wanted was someone to lose. 'Cause I loved you too much, more than my heart could ever take, more than you could ever hold. I gave you my forever. You gave me half a soul. You walked away easy, left me undone. Guess I broke my own heart, loving you like you were the one. Yeah, I loved you too much, and you didn't love me enough. Maybe someday I'll forgive myself for giving you what you couldn't give back. But right now it hurts to know you never loved me like that. I'd break myself 1,000 times just to feel your touch. That's the cruelest part of this. I loved you too much, I loved you too much. Every heartbeat, every silence, every touch. You held my love like it was something you could drop, and I'm still here catching what you forgot. I loved you too much, more than you ever deserved, more than you ever returned. One day I'll learn to love me enough, but tonight I'm hurt because I loved you too much. You don't look at me the same now. Your eyes don't light up when I speak. There's a distance in your kindness, a goodbye hiding underneath. Used to say that you love me, but the truth is in your tone. Feels like I'm living with a stranger in a place we used to call home. And I keep trying to pretend that we're still what we were, but love don't lie and you don't hurt like I hurt. 'Cause I'm not the one anymore, not the high you're fighting for. I'm the echo of a feeling you don't carry like before. You're slipping through my fingers and I can't reach you like before. Baby, say it if it's true, I'm not the one anymore. You used to kiss me like forever, now it feels like holding air. I whisper, are you leaving? But you act like you don't hear. Maybe love just got too heavy, maybe time just walked away. But I'm the only one still bleeding for a love you let decay. And I could beg for one more night, but you've already closed that door. You're halfway gone and I feel it to my core. I'm not the one anymore, not the high you're fighting for. I'm the echo of a feeling you don't carry like before. You're slipping through my fingers and I can't reach you like before. Baby, say it if it's true, I'm not the one anymore. Maybe someone new is calling, maybe you just outgrew me. Maybe love just ain't enough when it stops feeling free. I wish I could pretend that you're still mine to adore, but your silence tells the truth, I'm not the one anymore. I'm not the one anymore, and it's killing me to know I'm still holding on so tightly to a love you let go. You're drifting like a memory I'm not ready to ignore, but baby I can feel it, I'm not the one anymore. So I'll let you go slowly, even though it breaks me to the core. 'Cause holding on won't change it, I'm not the one anymore. If forgetting you was easy, I'd have done it long ago. But your name still hits my heartbeat like a memory I can't let go. I've tried burying the moments, I've tried teaching myself new, but every thought I chase away finds its way back to you. I whisper to the darkness, hoping it will let me be, but loving you became the part of me I can't set free. If I could unlove you, I'd tear your shadow from my chest. I'd erase the way your hands could calm the storms inside inside my breath. If I could unlove you, I'd break the spell your memory threw. But the hardest thing I've learned is I'm still in love with you. I keep rewriting endings just to see if one feels right, but the story always circles where we lost ourselves that night. I wish time would steal the feeling, wish my heart could just forget, but it clings to every promise that my soul can't reset. I'm haunted by the pieces of the life we didn't get, and every time I try to heal, my heart just breaks again. If I could unlove you, I'd tear your shadow from my chest. I'd erase the way your smile still outshines the rest. If I could unlove you, I'd forget the things we never knew. But the truth is I keep falling back in love with you. Maybe someday I'll be stronger, maybe someday I'll let go, but tonight your ghost is louder than the quiet I've come to know. And I'm standing in the wreckage of a dream I can't undo, still wishing that my heart could stop choosing you. If I could unlove you, I'd free the part of me you took. I'd rewrite every memory like a page you never shook. If I could unlove you, maybe I'd finally make it through. But my heart keeps holding on, 'cause it never learned to unlove you. I held on to the pieces of the love you never learned, lit a candle in my heart for you, but you just let it burn. I waited on a promise you were never gonna keep, stayed awake inside a dream of you while you were fast asleep. I gave you all my tenderness, you gave me all your distance. I fought for us with everything, you barely showed resistance. 'Cause I loved you with a fire you never once returned. I gave you every heartbeat, you gave me every hurt. You walked away so easy while my whole world overturned. I'm left with ashes of love that never returned. You told me I was almost right, but almost cuts like steel. You said you cared, but never enough to give me something real. I carved your name inside my soul, but you carved out an of a heart you couldn't take. I held on to the hope of us, you held on to leaving. I kept loving with open hands, you kept your heart in secret. 'Cause I loved you with a fire you never once returned. I gave you every heartbeat, you gave me every hurt. You walked away so easy when the whole world overturned. I'm left with ashes of a love that never returned. Maybe in another lifetime you'd give back what I gave first. Maybe if your heart was open, I wouldn't feel this cursed. But here in this moment, I'm finally learning what you never learned. You only take from people who give love they never earned. I loved you with a fire you never once returned. You let the best of me fade out while your cold heart stayed unturned. You walked away, you moved away, want the memory to burn. Now I'm letting go of a love that never returned. I'll heal from all the lessons, even the ones that hurt the worst. Goodbye to all the empty spaces and the love that never returned. I held on to every promise like they were diamonds in my hands. You said forever with a soft voice, but forever never had a chance. You left me standing in the doorway, watching you fade into the night. I gave you love in every language, you never learned to say it right. And I should have seen the signs, all the ways your heart was drifting, but I kept hoping love was something broken souls could keep resisting. But I loved you deeper than you meant, gave more than you could ever meet. I held on tight to something fragile, you let go so easily. I'm still drowning in the memories you walked past like they were cheap. Yeah, I'm hurting over love you didn't keep. You used my heart like a harbor, only stay when you were lost. I opened arms for every storm, you left me paying every cost. Now I'm picking up the pieces of the truth I didn't want to see. You were searching for escape, I was searching for you and me. I gave you all the warmth I had, you kept your love on layaway. I tried to build a home with you, you were planning you'd get away. But I loved you deeper than you meant, gave more than you could ever meet. I held I'll find a heart that holds me close, not one that always tries to sleep through the love you didn't keep. I've tried to close the door on every memory of you, but your shadow lingers softly in the things I say and do. I tell myself I'm stronger now, I tell myself I've healed, but every time I breathe your name, the truth becomes revealed. I'm living in the echoes of a love I couldn't keep, and every night I lose you when I'm lying half asleep. My heart can't forget you, no matter how I beg it to. It beats in all the places where I once belonged with you. I try to move on bravely, pretend that I'm brand new, but every road I run from love still leads me back to you. I'm tracing all the moments when you said you'd never go. Now those promises feel fragile, like the first touch of the snow. I tell myself it's over now, that letting go is right, but loving you was something I can't simply switch tonight. I'm tangled in the memories you left inside my chest. No matter what I do, you're the ache that never rests. My heart can't forget you, though it's breaking trying to. It carries every whisper of the love I lost with you. I try to walk away now, but everything feels untrue, 'cause every beat reminds me how I still belong to you. Maybe time will dull the edges, maybe someday I'll be free, but right now all I know is you're still living inside me. And even if you've moved on, even if your skies are new, I'm stuck inside a story that still ends with I loved you. My heart can't forget you, no matter what I put it through. It's holding on to pieces of a past I can't undo. So I whisper to the silence, to the love I never knew. My heart can't forget you, but I wish someday I could too.
closed the door that night. Didn't slam, didn't shake the wall. Just a whisper of the love we lost, barely heard but still a crawl. Your shadow lingers in the hallway, like it's scared to move ahead. Funny how a love so loud left like it was scared to tread. No fire, no fire, no fire, no fire, just the slow fade of your light. It's strange how hearts can break in silence, not in sound. This is our story's quiet ending. No big goodbye, no arms defending. Just a soft and lonely moment where forever slipped away. You didn't cry, I didn't stop you. We just watched the colors gray. Yeah, our story's quiet ending hurts more than the loudest heartbreak. Used to dance in every room, now the floors don't know our feet. There's a chill inside the spaces where your warmth and mine would meet. You packed your dreams in gentle silence, didn't even wake my home. Guess the love I thought was endless was already losing road. No showers, no breaking glass, just a slow unraveling past. You can lose a whole world without a single sound. This is our story's quiet ending. No big goodbye, no arms defending. Just a soft and lonely moment where forever slipped away. You didn't cry, I didn't stop you. We just watched the colors gray. Yeah, our story's quiet ending hurts more than the loudest heartbreak. Maybe love dies not in thunder, but in gentle fading sighs, not in shattered burning pieces, just in tired quiet lies. If you ever think about me, hope it's with a tender tone. Two hearts that tried their hardest but couldn't find their home. This was our story's quiet ending, not dramatic but still bending. Every corner of my heart where your memory still stays. You drifted out like evening light, and I let you slip away. Yeah, our story's quiet ending still echoes in my day. No flames, no storm, no breaking, just love slowly surrendering, and me standing in the silence of our story's quiet ending.
The alarm clock hasn't buzzed, but I'm already awake, staring at the ceiling. For goodness sake, it's that hour before the sun has a say, when the world holds its breath at the edge of the day. The room is steeped in a color I despise, a cold, indifferent blue light in my eyes. It used to be cozy, safe from the world outside. Now there's nowhere left for my broken heart to hide. Oh, the blue light of morning is the color of your gone, the icy hollow realization of the dawn. It paints the empty pillow and the space you used to fill, and tells me I'm alone again, completely, utterly still. It's the filter on my sorrow, the shade of my despair. The blue light of morning finds me I reach across the sheets by sheer unwanted habit. My fingers hit cold cotton, I feel the loss, I grab it. Your side of the bed is perfect, smooth and undisturbed, while mine is rumpled with the sleep you interrupted. Every time the blue light comes, the truth arrives as well. I'm living in a muted, agonizing shell, waiting for the yellow sun to come and make things bright. But I know I'll just survive until the falling of the night. Oh, the blue light of morning is the color of your gone, the icy hollow realization of the dawn. It paints the empty pillow and the space you used to fill, and tells me I'm alone again, completely, utterly still. It's the filter on my sorrow, the shade of my despair. The blue light of morning finds me everywhere. If the light was red, it would be anger and pure rage. If the light was gold, it would be turning a new page. But it's this sterile, painful blue, like a deep and lonely sea, drowning every happy future that we said that we would be. It's not warm enough to heal me, it's just bright enough to see the wreckage of the future that you took away from me. Oh, the blue light of morning is the color of your gone, the icy hollow realization of the dawn. It paints the empty pillow and the space you used to fill, and tells me I'm alone again, completely, utterly still. It's the filter on my sorrow, the shade of my despair. ballroom's dark, the party's long since dead. Just dust motes dancing where the laughter bled. Above my head a crystal casualty, 1,000 pieces of what used to be. It hangs half broken from a single thread, a monument to every word you left unsaid. It used to catch the light and make the room all bright. Now it just casts long shadows in the fading light. We were a grand display, shining for the world to see, a perfect sparkling picture of a life we swore would be. But the chain snapped in the middle of our finest walls. Now I'm sweeping up the pieces, counting all your faults. It's sharp on the ground, a dangerous work of art. The beautiful broken chandelier that used to be my heart. I remember when you polished every single facet, said our love was the most valuable asset. We built this high, we hung it with such care, a dazzling structure floating in the air. But the foundation cracked, you let the tension slip. Now jagged shards are cutting at my fingertips. I'm walking barefoot through the wreckage of the light, trying to save a memory from the permanent night. We were a grand display, shining for the world to see, a perfect sparkling picture of a life we swore would be. But the chain snapped in the middle of our finest walls. Now I'm sweeping up the pieces, counting all your faults. It's sharp on the ground, a dangerous work of art. The beautiful broken chandelier that used to be my heart. They say you can fix anything if you try. Glue it all together, reach back up to the sky. But look at the cracks, the damage has been done. You can't restore the brilliance once the fragile glass is gone. It's heavy on the soul, the weight of what we lost. I'm just sitting in the darkness, calculating the cost. We were a grand display, shining for the world to see, a perfect sparkling picture of a life we swore would be. But the chain snapped in the middle of our finest walls. Now I'm sweeping up the pieces, counting all your faults. It's sharp on the ground, a dangerous work of art. The beautiful broken chandelier that used to be my heart. My beautiful broken heart, shattered light and dust, a ballroom of rust. sweeping up glass. The air was cold, a Tuesday in the fall. We stood outside that diner by the wall. You wore that navy coat, the one I used to mend. You smiled that smile, the smile I thought would never end. I didn't take a picture, thought we had forever. I didn't think that hello meant goodbye forever. The last time I saw you, the sky was that indifferent gray. I didn't know the world was gonna change that day. I should have held you tight, I should have memorized your face. I should have known I'd never find another in your place. It's the simple things I replay in my head. Every single simple final thing you said. You talked about the future, maybe planting a new tree. How next summer you might finally learn to sail the sea. I nodded, distracted, thinking about the bills we had. Just mundane life, not knowing it was all we had. The normalcy of it is what breaks me down the most. The casual conversation with my soon-to-be ghost. The last time I saw you, the sky was that indifferent gray. I didn't know the world was gonna change that day. I should have had you tight, I should have memorized your face. I should have known I'd never find another in your place. It's the simple things I replay in my head. Every single simple final thing you said. If I had known it was the final act, I would have stopped the time, made a different pact. I would have made that moment stretch for 1,000 years. Drowned it in emotion, not in silent, useless tears. Now every street corner, every diner light is haunted by the knowledge that I just said goodnight. The last time I saw you, the sky was that indifferent gray. I didn't know the world was gonna change that day. I should have held you tight, I should have memorized your face. I should have known I'd never find another in your place. It's the simple things I replay in my head. Every single simple final thing you said. That was it, the last look, the last time. and I didn't even know. I've been tracing all the bruises that you left across my heart, trying to pretend they're fading, but they're tearing me apart. Every promise that you whispered still echoes in the ache, a reminder of the moment everything began to break. Keep telling myself time will wash you away, but the hurt you left behind still finds a reason to stay. Some wounds cut too deep to heal. No matter how I hide them, they're the only thing I feel. You left me with a silence that refuses to let go, a love that died slowly in the shadows of your no. And I'm still learning how to breathe through a pain too deep to heal. I've been walking through the memories like they're pieces of a storm, searching for the version of us that once felt safe and warm. But the closer that I get to what we used to be, the more the truth reminds me you were never keeping me. I still reach for the moments when your love felt real, but the echoes only tell me what you'll never try to feel. Some wounds cut too deep to heal. No matter how I hide them, they're the only thing I feel. You left me with a silence that refuses to let go, a love stopped calling me baby, like the word had lost its weight. You stopped holding me midnight, like your arms were meant for someplace else. And I kept waiting for your warmth, but your touch turned into ice. Funny how love can disappear while the body stays beside. And I kept pretending you were still mine in the dark, but the silence told the truth. You'd already let go of my heart. And that's when you forgot my heart, when my name stopped feeling like home. You left me in pieces, but left me to break on my own. You walked away slowly until we were oceans apart. I lost you the moment you forgot my heart. You didn't say that you were leaving, but your eyes were set on goodbye. I was reaching out for answers, you were searching for a different light. I tried to hold the love together, but you'd already come undone. It's hard to save a fading flame when you're the only burning one. And I beg the truth to change, but the truth had played its part. You were still in the room, but far from where you used to start. And that's when you forgot my heart, when your promises fell apart, when forever turned hollow and your touch stopped being warm. You drifted so gently until the pain grew sharp. I felt you slipping when you forgot my heart. Maybe you loved me once, but loving me got too hard. Maybe I was holding on to someone you no longer were. But I wish you'd said something instead of tearing me apart. 'Cause losing you would have hurt less than watching you forget my heart. Now I'm picking up the pieces of a love you left behind. You moved on without a warning. I'm still stuck in borrowed time. You didn't leave loudly, you left quiet, cold and far. And that's the day I broke, when you forgot my heart. So I'm learning how to heal from a love that lost its spark, but I'll always remember the moment you forgot my heart. still hear your footsteps in the hallway, even though you're long gone. You took your jacket and your silence, left me here holding on. I replay the last words that you whispered, soft but cutting through my chest. You said you needed something different. Guess I was never your best. But how do I heal a heart that's begging for the past? How do I breathe again when you took my second chance? Why you leave me with a love you said was true? Why you break me when I only held on to you? You walked away like I was something you could drop so easily. Tell me, baby, why you leave me? I gave you every part I had to give, but you were halfway out the door. I tried to love you through your shadows, but you kept looking for something more. And now I'm waking up to emptiness, fighting tears I cannot hide. Your ghost sits on the edge of my bed, where you used to sleep at night. And I don't understand how love turns cold so fast. One minute I'm your everything, next minute I'm your past. Why you leave me with a love you said was true? Why you break me when I only held on to you? You walked away like I was something you could drop so easily. Tell me, baby, why you leave me? Was I too much or not enough? Did you get tired of my kind of love? I give you everything again if it brought you back to me. But maybe you were never mine, just a temporary dream. Why you leave me like my heart meant nothing to you? Why you free me from a love I thought was true? You didn't even turn around, didn't check to see me bleed. Guess I'll never know the reason why you leave. I'll heal someday, maybe, but right now it still cuts deep. Wondering why